Ilia Topuria, known as El Matador, has taken the UFC by storm with his ferocious fighting style and relentless aggression. Whether it's a devastating knockout or a clinical submission, Topuria's Berserker Mode delivers unforgettable moments every time he steps into the octagon. Here are 5 of his most insane and brutal UFC highlights. Before we jump in, a quick request: if you enjoy our content, please consider subscribing. It's just one click for you, but it means the world to us. Thanks for the support. Now let's get started. Knockout of Jai Herbert, UFC London, March 2022. Ilia Topuria's fight against Jai Herbert at UFC London is a perfect example of his resilience, power, and fighting spirit. Moving up to lightweight on short notice, Topuria faced a significant size and reach disadvantage against the tall, rangy Herbert. Early in the first round, Topuria was rocked by a vicious head kick that nearly finished him. The crowd gasped as Topuria staggered, but he showed incredible composure and grit, surviving the onslaught and regaining his bearings. Rather than retreat, Topuria pressed forward, refusing to be intimidated. He began to close the distance, slipping Herbert's long-range strikes and landing powerful body shots to slow his opponent down. In the second round, Topuria's relentless pressure paid off. He timed a perfect right hook as Herbert was backing up, connecting flush on the chin. The impact was immediate and devastating. Herbert collapsed to the canvas, unconscious before he hit the mat. The knockout was so brutal that it instantly went viral, with fans and commentators praising Topuria's heart and finishing ability. This fight not only earned him a Performance of the Night bonus, but also sent a clear message to the lightweight division. Ilia Topuria is a force to be reckoned with, capable of overcoming adversity and delivering highlight reel finishes. The Herbert knockout remains one of the most dramatic comebacks and brutal moments in recent UFC history. Submission of Bryce Mitchell, UFC 282, December 2022. Ilia Topuria's showdown with Bryce Mitchell at UFC 282 was billed as a clash of elite grapplers, but it quickly became a showcase for Topuria's complete MMA arsenal and ruthless finishing instincts. Mitchell entered the fight undefeated, known for his relentless wrestling and submission game. However, Topuria immediately established dominance with crisp, powerful striking, repeatedly landing clean shots that forced Mitchell onto the defensive. As the fight progressed, Topuria showcased his own grappling prowess, effortlessly defending takedown attempts and reversing positions with ease. In the second round, Topuria turned up the pressure, landing a barrage of ground and pound that left Mitchell battered and searching for answers. Sensing his opponent's fatigue and desperation, Topuria transitioned seamlessly to an arm triangle choke. With textbook technique, he tightened the submission, leaving Mitchell no choice but to tap. The finish was as clinical as it was brutal. Mitchell had never been submitted or dominated in this fashion before. Topuria's victory was a statement to the featherweight division. Not only could he hang with the best grapplers, but he could also break them. The performance earned widespread acclaim, with many calling it one of the most impressive displays of all-around MMA skill and finishing ability in recent memory. For Topuria, it was another step toward title contention and a clear demonstration of his Berserker Mode mentality. Destruction of Damon Jackson, UFC Vegas 16, December 2020. Ilia Topuria's fight against Damon Jackson at UFC Vegas 16 was a masterclass in controlled aggression and finishing ability. From the opening bell, Topuria set a furious pace, stalking Jackson around the cage and unleashing a barrage of heavy punches and kicks. Jackson, a respected grappler with a knack for submissions, tried to keep Topuria at bay with jabs and movement, but Topuria's pressure was relentless. He cut off the cage expertly, trapping Jackson against the fence and landing thudding shots to the body and head. As the first round wore on, the damage began to accumulate. Jackson's defense faltered under the onslaught. Sensing the finish, Topuria unleashed a vicious right hand that landed flush, sending Jackson crashing to the canvas in a heap. The referee immediately waved off the fight, recognizing that Jackson was out cold. The knockout was both brutal and beautiful, showcasing Topuria's precision and power. It earned him a Performance of the Night bonus and put the featherweight division on notice. For many fans, this was the moment Topuria announced himself as a true contender. a fighter capable of ending a bout in an instant, no matter the opponent. The destruction of Damon Jackson remains one of Topuria's most memorable and savage UFC moments. First round annihilation of Ryan Hall, UFC 264, July 2021. Ilia Topuria's matchup with Ryan Hall at UFC 264 was highly anticipated, as Hall's unorthodox style and elite jiu-jitsu had baffled many opponents. However, Topuria approached the fight with supreme confidence and a clear game plan. From the outset, Hall attempted his trademark rolling leg attacks, but Topuria remained calm, maintaining his balance and avoiding the traps that had ensnared so many before him. Rather than engage in risky grappling exchanges, Topuria used his striking to punish Hall every time he got close. The turning point came late in the first round, when Hall dove for another leg lock. Topuria sprawled, then unleashed a torrent of ground and pound. Heavy, accurate punches that found their mark again and again. Hall, unable to defend himself, was rendered helpless as Topuria continued the assault. The referee had no choice but to intervene, stopping the fight and handing Hall his first UFC loss. The finish was a testament to Topuria's fight IQ, discipline, and killer instinct. He had not only neutralized one of the division's most dangerous submission artists, but done so in brutal, emphatic fashion. This performance further solidified Topuria's reputation as a berserker in the octagon, fearless, ruthless, and always hunting for the finish. Title win against Alexander Volkanovski, UFC 298, February 2024. Ilia Topuria's crowning achievement came at UFC 298, where he faced the legendary Alexander Volkanovski for the UFC featherweight title. Volkanovski, considered one of the greatest featherweights of all time, entered the bout as a heavy favorite, riding a long reign of dominance. But Topuria was undeterred, brimming with confidence and determination. From the opening bell, he pressed forward, using sharp footwork and powerful combinations to keep Volkanovski on the back foot. Both men exchanged heavy shots in a high-paced first round, but it was clear that Topuria's power was a difference maker. In the second round, Topuria found his moment. He feinted with a jab, then unleashed a perfectly timed right hook that caught Volkanovski flush on the chin. The champion crumpled to the canvas, and Topuria followed up with a barrage of punches until the referee stepped in. The knockout was stunning, not just for its brutality, but for the way Topuria had dethroned a dominant champion in such emphatic fashion. The arena erupted as Topuria was crowned the new featherweight king, his Berserker Mode on full display. This victory cemented his legacy as one of the most dangerous and exciting fighters in the UFC, and a true superstar in the making. Conclusion: Ilia Topuria's rise in the UFC is defined by his fearless approach and ruthless finishing ability. Each of these moments showcases not only his technical skill, but also his unwavering determination to dominate any opponent. As he continues to climb the ranks, fans eagerly anticipate what El Matador will do next. One thing is certain: with Topuria in the octagon, expect more jaw-dropping, Berserker Mode performances that will keep the MMA world buzzing for years to come. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's just a tiny click for you, but it makes a massive difference for us. Thanks for supporting the channel.